we are referring to. Then you have the next two, and to solve this, just to conclude that observation, to solve this, we recommend a clear communication between the churches and the divisions involved, and at the end, for any reason, if the member is now receiving the new place, the original place needs to adjust the membership. The next two paragraphs that start with membership in the conference church and the conference president, these two paragraphs, we are just moving or relocating from page 60 to this new section. So they are not new. We don't anticipate comments on this, but just an observation that these two paragraphs are not new. We are just changing the place they are in the church manual. Then you go to the next paragraph, and at the bottom of page 52, it starts with redemptive membership review, and we see a short introduction. Then the next paragraph, a healthy church develops a nurturing plan that equips every member to be involved in disciple making, using their talents and spiritual gifts. We've seen that the lost that we had in our churches primarily are among those who are newly baptized and younger people. So we are very concerned about this. So we, at the local church level, need to have a simple disciple-making process to prevent our young people and newly baptized to prevent that they will eventually leave the church. So then you have the next paragraph, redemptive membership review. How we do this? Well, the description of the recommending process is not here. Remember yesterday I mentioned to you, we deal with the body of the church manual, but we have a specifics how to do redemptive membership review that we are recommending to include in the notes. And this was voted last year at the annual council, so we don't have here on this printed one, because this is the version 2022. In the new edition, 2025, we already had voted how to do redemptive membership review. And you have specific, simple orientation how to do in the church level and the congregational level, which is the most important. And then how can a local field, conference, mission, or section and the unions, how they can handle and take decisions in administration to consolidate the numbers. So we present a faithful report. We don't want to have numbers that don't exist. And also remember, the purpose of this review, membership review, is redemptive. We want to make sure that we develop a disciple-making process, and we are accountable for each member that are under our responsibility and care. So then you have, so the explanation about the details about how to develop the redemptive membership review will be in the notes. It's not there yet, as I said, because it was voted recently at annual council. It doesn't make the floor because it will be included in the notes section, not in the main body. I hope this is clear. If not, I can repeat once again. But the idea is to give just general principles to be included in the church manual itself. So the next paragraph is, it starts with, in the Bible we find words. Again, this is another example. This paragraph is not new. It is coming from page 61 and relocate to the section regarding membership record. Next paragraph, in the unfortunate situation, the members may still be missing and every effort be made. And then we have something new at the end. The clerk should record in the membership record location unknown. This is to be consistent with the previous decision we took yesterday. And then we have resources, and like I mentioned before, the process of redemptive membership review will be on notes number 1, page, at least today will be the location, page 179. So it's not printed yet, because, like I said, will be printed in the new edition, 2025, and it was recommended and approved, was recommended by the Church Manual Committee and was approved at the Annual Council. That's where the notes are final, and the explanations on changes to the Church Manual, as I said yesterday, that's the way it is. The notes made to the Annual Council, the Executive Committee of the General Conference, and it's not part of the Church Manual itself. That's why we call that section notes, and will be at the end of this book. So, Pastor Chair, after this long explanation, I move we accept this recommendation.
Thank you. It's been moved. Is there a second? Second. I can see several seconds. Okay, the chair recognizes Delegate Engros Ntahondi from East Central Tanzania Conference, ECD. That's on microphone number 8, please.
Thank you, Pastor Chair, and I thank God for this opportunity. I support the added section about membership records, but with some codifications. The provision provides that names of members will be added or removed on the vote of the church at death or at members' request. Members' records are subject to review by conference of which the local congregation is student. Now, there is a last paragraph which provides the word legal requirements. In my opinion, the words legal requirements are wider than the intended purpose. They may imply privacy in accordance with the laws of a specific state in which the local entity is located. Since the procedure to add or remove names is involving, we have to be cautious of the wordings which may attract suits in courts of laws. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. The next person in queue is Delegate Ingrid on mic number 1 from Netherlands Union of Churches Conference, TED.
Yes, thank you, Chair. It's a good thing, I think, to have a redemptive membership program, but I have some concerns. When a person requests to become a member, he becomes a member of the World Church first, and then second to the church, his local church. If a member is disfellowshipped by his local church, he is disfellowshipped also from the World Church. So this fellowshipping has far-reaching impact. I think that the local church must not be allowed to disfellowship non-attending members or members whose whereabouts are not known. I move to amend the lines 24-25 as follows: to locate the members, and then the words members may be removed by a vote of the church, to strike that, and that the clerk should record in the membership record missing, location unknown. I think that can be a separate annotation that can also be of benefit to the GC archives. Thank you. I move.
Okay, you heard the motion. Is there a second to that motion, the amendment?
There's IC cards. Yeah, have her restate the.
Okay, I'd see some hands seconding, so I'm going to ask the delegate to please restate the motion clearly, succinctly, so it can be noted properly.
My motion is to strike the words members may be removed by a vote of the church, and to have the sentence read, to locate the members, and the clerk should record in the membership records, missing, location unknown.
Oh,
Yeah, ask her the line number.
and the line number again, please, was line number 20. You did state it earlier, so we can. Sister Ingrid, the line number, please.
425.
Do I have to?
2425. We got it.
Okay.
Okay, it'll take us a second to get.
All right.
To get on the screen, it'll take us a couple of minutes.
We just getting it. Secretariat is typing it here, so we can get that on the screen, so you can see exactly. And we'll have some music while waiting. Okay, you can see the motion to amend on the screen. But just before that, we do have on mic number 4, Brother Paul Ananaba from Ebony Conference, the WAD, on mic number 4 for a point of order.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I wonder why the chair is entertaining this motion. It shouldn't be entertained because it's not underlined. It's not before us. So I am opposed to this motion being entertained by the chair, and I think the chair can be properly guided. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, but the motion is in order. It's a motion to amend, so it is in order. But thank you so much.
Explain why it's not underlined. Explain why it's not underlined. new, so that's why it's not.
The only reason why it's not on the line is that the entire thing is new. So that's why it's not on the line.
Next up,
Thank you.
microphone 5.
Mic number 5. Mic number 5 is Delegate Mandla Sebantwini Luponwana from Southern Africa Union Conference, SPD.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. I speak against the motion to amend, and this is the reason. The section that this line falls in deals with a situation where I am baptized in Ngangelizwe Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I subsequently moved to Bloemfontein and transfer my membership to Universitas Seventh-day Adventist Church. And it transpires later on that even though my membership was moved and accepted at Universitas, it still appears in the books of Ngangelizwe Church. And in that instance, you retain my membership in Universitas, which is my most recent church. And then Ngangelizwe, where my membership was, removes me from membership. And then in the records, it will be recorded as being transferred out. When we don't do this, we end up with people with multiple memberships, where their membership appears in different congregations. And it messes up our statistics, it messes up our records. It's a necessary thing to do when we try to correct a situation where one's membership appears on multiple records. So because of that, I speak against the motion to amend it. Thank you, Chair.
Please scan doing again.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Now the chair acknowledges Delegate Ebo Loguliscu from New South Wales Conference, SPD, on mic number 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, apologies for my voice. I'd like to speak against the motion, the amendment that has been presented. The section is very clear, commencing on line 22. This is just an adjustment exercise. And to leave it as it is will be beneficial for clear records of our church. The member will continue to be recorded in one of the most recent churches. And I don't think this is talking about removing someone from membership of the Seventh-day Adventist Church being local or worldwide. So just to clarify, I'm speaking against the motion because this is a simply adjustment exercise.
Thank you. Now we go to next is mic number. We just had Ebo.
12.
So mic number 12, Delegate Gabriel Augustine from North American Division, NAD.
Thank you, Chair. I'm speaking against the motion. Because I serve as a treasurer for 14 years in the church, reconciliation of membership has always been an issue, where we're holding the membership of an individual who's attending and serving in another church. What that does is it increases our insurance costs and other costs, because keeping a membership actually costs money. So I'm speaking against the motion because we're trying to already reconcile our membership and for people that's actually attending and not for people that is not there. So removing them from the membership helps us to show true membership. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker to be recognized is Delegate Deborah Thomas Gill from Bermuda Conference, NAD, mic number 11.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I stand to speak against this particular motion in that the purpose of this section is to remove people from having the membership in multiple places. It's not to disfellowship. And so therefore, this is very critical to ensure that we have the appropriate reflection of where one's membership is.
Thank you so much. We'll take a couple more. Next is on mic number 5, Delegate Burns Sibanda, Southern African Indian Ocean Division, SID.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I call question on the motion.
Okay, question on the motion has been called. It means that if you want to stop discussion on this amendment, you're going to vote yes. If you don't want to stop discussion on the amendment, you're going to vote no. It's not debatable, so we're going to go straight to the vote. We're going to use a voting card. So I just want to make sure those who are online for translation, I just want to make sure that you understand what's going on. But just before, I have a point of order on mic number 2. George Akini from South Queensland's Conference, SPD.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to raise a point of order that I think there's some confusion about which page we are referring to. Some people seem to be speaking to the same lines, 25 to 26, on page 52, which relates to multiple membership records, while the motion to amend was made on the following page.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So we're ready to debate, to vote on the motion to cease debate. All who are in favor of stopping debate on this amendment motion, please raise your card. Thank you. Oppose the same. The motion fails. Passes. The motion to cease debate passes. So we go back now to the motion to amend, the motion to amend. So if you are, excuse my mind. Now we're back to the motion to amend. We're not having any discussion anymore. So if you are in favor of the motion to amend, you're going to raise your card. But if you oppose, you will vote no. So all who are in favor of the amendment, please raise your card. Okay, thank you. All oppose, now the same sign. Thank you. I guess it's clear.
Motion, and that's the next person on microphone 4 on the main motion.
All right, now we're going back to the main motion that is on the table. And for that, we recognize Delegate Umezuriki from Lagos Mainland Conference, WAD. Mic number 4.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to speak. I want to support the motion in such a way that our membership is very critical to our statistics and to this church. I want to be sure that we do everything, this house do everything necessary to make sure that we don't have duplicity of membership. So in that case, I'm supporting this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is on mic number 2. Chair recognizes Leslie Bauer, South Pacific Division, SPD.
Thank you, Pastor Chair. I actually speak to support the motion, but if you'll allow me, I just have a question for the Chair of the Church Manual Committee, really a point of clarification. I'm referring to lines 24, 25 and 26 on page 53 of the agenda. And I just note that there may be some confusion in respect of line 24. It refers to removal by a vote of the church, whereas line 26 then refers to the individual being designated as missing. I'm just seeking clarification from the chair whether we're proposing removal or designation as missing, and whether those are the same things. And before I end, I just want to acknowledge our very hard-working church clerks at local church level for all of the good work they do in this space. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Pastor Gerson is the secretary of the Church Manual Committee, and he will respond to that.
Pastor Chair, I'm not the chair of the Church Manual Committee. The chair is, and the co-chair, they're sitting right here. But I'll be willing to answer. This is very important. And the question raised is extremely relevant. So I'd like to call your attention again to page 53. And this is, just to clarify it, make sure we are on the same page, right? Page 53, lines 24, 25, 26. We are not discussing here about disfellowship in your church discipline. When you read the whole section, the purpose of this section is regarding membership review in a redemptive approach. I really don't like when I hear churches or committee, church boards meeting to clean the books, because I think this is a terrible expression. We should meet to take care of people. Of course, we don't want to give a false testimony in our reports when we state we have a certain number of members. But the most important issue at stake here is taking care of people. This is the most important thing we are talking about. Regarding membership review, we don't have all the process listed here. As I stated before, will be in the notes section of the church manual. But there are 5 categories of how to organize the church membership so we can provide an effective pastoral care. If we have a certain percentage of your local church membership active, what we do, we give a word of encouragement, we pray with them, and we try to engage them in ministry according to their gifts. If we have people that are not very active, we try to motivate them to be more active. If you have people like one of the speakers before mentioned that move to another place, the church clerk that has a so important work to do, part of their responsibility is to motivate members to ask their transfer if they move to another area, especially if it's permanently. But we have people in your own area, living in our community, that are not attending church. And some of them